We are once again coming down off the mountain. And we have seen a lot of poverty up there. A lot of poverty. All these people are paying the salaries of Shirkers. You know, and you feel terrible. We saw a lot of scenes up there where you could tell the people were just barely hanging on, and you just wondered, why are they having to pay for all those buildings and all those literally shirkers, you know, while they're out here with their cows and their farms and their fisheries and their forestry and just doing everything they can to actually make a living and do something real. It's interesting to be around real people today who do real things and not just hide out in offices and take advantage of Joe taxpayer for their living. It's so nice to get perspective again and to see what it does take to make the world go round. And who we need on this planet and who we don't need. I'm sorry that didn't sound right. But you know, I think I have seen things where, you know, if everything hit the fan and you were with a bunch of state workers, good luck. If everything hit the fan and you were with a bunch of country people out here, you might have a chance.
Or with military people.
Or with military people, you might have a chance. But the Shirkers, they can't do anything. It's horrible. It's horrible to see people who can't do. Like, you know, Woody Allen used to say people who can't do teach. And people who can't teach gym. And, you know, it's not good to be around that type of people all the time. It's bad. And it's very healthy to come out here and be around the ones that, you know, scrap off the land and make things and do things and who are real and who aren't just, you know, these people, I mean, these state workers aren't even statisticians. They're just sort of people that get paid that don't answer the phone. I can't even give them the pleasure of saying they're anal retentive bureaucrats or something, right? That's like something glorious from the past as well. And we are just, once again, just here on this little kind of obscure back road down off the mountain. So what are people thinking about these days? What is everybody up to out there?
I know that I like them.
That you like what?
Going up to the mountain.
Was it wonderful?
It was wonderful. It was sad to see so many people just barely scraping by.
It was, wasn't it? We saw a lot of just little teeny little shacks. Like, I didn't even know anything like that still existed. It was like out of Mom Pa Kettle or something up there.
Look at this. There's a boat out in that lake.
Nice.
Very tiny boat.
Wow, one little boat.
OMG, there's an American flag on one of the docks.
You do see much more, you know, patriotism. You don't see all of this virtue signaling, of course, up here. People are sort of just who they are. There's just, everybody's over processed in Olympia. just, and the more over-processed they are, the more they seem to get paid for being over-processed and telling us what to do and how to do it. And boy, it's gotten to be frustrating, hasn't it, sweetheart? You know, I saw a weird YouTube, and I don't even know if it's like true or not. You know, the person was behind a podium, but who knows? But it was interesting. They were just kind of showing all the government statistics really about what we, you know, what we're told to eat, I guess, is one. What we're told is healthy to eat, and just how wrong that's been. Just, you know, they've been poisoning us, and it's just wonderful. These people are really far away from all that, and just so much more healthy, yeah, so much more untouched, and so smart. You know, there's something so annoying about how the government tries to kind of make it seem like you're totally stupid unless you have them to tell you to eat, you know, 6 grains, 6 things of bread a day, or pasta, which isn't even really a food, and, you know, all these things that these people out here can think for themselves. We've got some good country friends, especially going up the other way. There's a logging family that we know that is so amazing, right? They taught me to make wine, and they go get all their oysters and everything. Although, God, everything's so polluted these days. I'm not sure about oysters, but these folks just know every single little thing to do off the land. And one summer we went to the top of a mountain and picked the most amazing huckleberries. And huckleberries are very different when they grow way up high on the mountain. And these people, like, they won't pick lowland huckleberries. You know, it was very funny how much they knew, and how, of course, none of it came from these government handbooks, that's for sure. Indeed. So, yeah, it's like, how do we get back to real, true, real knowledge? Oh, so anyway, the speaker thing, and I've got to look more into this, but it was a really freaky talk, because they were saying that they found out that cholesterol levels really, the latest studies have found cholesterol levels don't have anything to do with the heart or heart attacks, and that actually reducing cholesterol levels really drastically and kind of all at once throws the body into shock and gives people heart attacks, it was saying. And I was like, oh my God, you know, there was this guy I used to know, and he was always really happy. He was always eating like Greek omelets and really happy about it. It was in Hawaii, real estate guy there. And one day he went to the doctor, and the doctor told him, like, oh, your cholesterol's really high. And the guy cut it out completely, went on a total tofu diet, and the next thing I knew, he was dead. So maybe there is something to that story. You know, I always did wonder about that guy. Cool, there's a little library there. That's sort of fun, isn't it? And looks like there was a little accident thing there. Yikes. Come on, everybody, be careful. We're not in that much of a hurry. You know, we've got to try to stay safe here. So wouldn't that be interesting if the whole cholesterol thing was a ruse? So, yeah, that was just freaky, because I was like, oh my God, that guy he was totally healthy. And then, like, as soon as they put him on tofu, he croaked. So, you know, I never thought about it. After that, I was just like, oh my God, that poor guy. But now it's like, whoa, what are they doing? And, you know, I don't mean to sound so cynical. Maybe not everyone knows. Maybe it's good to know where people are coming from as who am I? And I haven't done it for a while, but my main sort of job in life for about 2 decades was the proofreading, corporate legal proofreading on Wall Street, classified, totally, everything was like super classified, and it was an interesting job to have. I never thought that I would have that job for 2 decades. It wasn't like I, woke up one day and said, oh my God, I want to be a corporate legal proofreader. But it happened. Basically, I was escaping the Evergreen State College, which was just as horrible back then as it is now. It's just that, nobody was able to get the ear of Tucker or whatever. But it was really horrible, and I was really young, and I'd had some god-awful experiences I don't want to start talking about or I'll start crying, but I escaped Evergreen and moved to New York City to be safe. I moved to New York City to be safer than the Evergreen State College. And, I had this job where everyone was really nice. The first job was at Sullivan and Cromwell. And look that one up if you're ever in a little conspiracy mood. That is really a great place to start. Just because we had the Dulles brothers there. I don't know if you've heard of the Dulles Airport in D.C., but that was one of the brothers. So you had Alan and John Foster. And when the elevator doors opened, there was Alan and John on the wall with J. Edgar Hoover in the middle, if you can believe it. So this law firm was kind of more than a law firm. And it's weird how it's never mentioned by name. I do remember reading a book called The Belarus Project, and it kept saying, and then there was this Wall Street law firm and blah blah, and everyone kept saying, read that Belarus book, it's so full of information. And I'm like, no, it's not. They just keep saying Wall Street law firm. Why don't they just say Sullivan and Cromwell? It's really strange. I was watching like this totally like on the what do they call it, the dark end of the net or something. It was actually a guy kind of talking about weird conspiracies that he'd seen on the internet, and there was one that I had never remembered seeing, but it was that the Nazis went to Antarctica, that they they kind of stopped killing people and just got into their whole free energy UFO
technology, and they were about they were many levels ahead of us, because our Shirkers don't do anything, right? They just take the money, and they actually were developing things, and that they had a secret embassy in New York in some big building on a secret unknown floor. And I remember thinking, I wonder if it's near Sullivan and Cromwell, because I sure think they've got the Nazi gold. That's for sure. They're not working very well right now. I keep putting them on and they're doing a bad job. So we'll just pull over.